Welcome in, y'all. Thanks for showing up here and listening to me talk today here on our. Well, I'd say the weather here in Dallas has turned out to be quite beautiful on this Remembrance Day, Memorial Day, where we remember our fallen brothers and sisters, those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for their country, and also remembering those that came back extremely wounded, both mentally and physical, um, and keeping them in our thoughts as well. Most people, they will tell you Happy Memorial Day, and I understand what they're doing. I understand what they're saying, but they don't quite understand what this day is all about. This day is a day we set aside to remember, keep in our thoughts those of our great men and women in our service that has protected and defended this country um, since its inception. The Army, of course, was the first to be created back actually before our Constitution in 1775. Went on with the Navy, the Marines, and then finally the U.S. Air Force was in I believe it was 52, 51, 52. And then, of course, we have that new one they call the Space Force. But either way, I guess we include them too. Just wanted to wish you well on this day. I hope you are enjoying your families. I hope you have taken time out to remember those. And either way, but I'm also here. We're going to give away that camo pipe wrap today. I know I was going to let it go. I had said I was going to let it go for 2 weeks, but I had a moment, and I really, y'all, I'm at a work stoppage at this point. I need to give it away so I can do the top side of that wrap, embroider the name on it, and I can't do that without a winner. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. I have refreshed my video to see, and I've checked it twice. I went through all of the comments to find out those of you that had said that you would like it. We're going to check that out real quick just so we can all see together. And then a couple other items. Well, I guess we should get to the pipe. Now, y'all, this pipe right here, I suppose it's special. I don't know. This is the very first briar that I ever carved out before I even knew what I was doing. I got basically a blank piece of briar, and I made my very first pipe out of it. And you can tell I didn't have anything to make it round, so it is square. Um, and that's fine. I like it. It works, and it's my very first one. And then in the beginning, I had put a smaller stem on it that I got from Amazon. And then I decided, you know what? I'm curious as to how a church warden smokes. And so I noticed on Amazon they did have a 9 millimeter pipe, which I had drilled this one out here for 9 mil, and they had a church warden stem. And I thought, let's see if it works. I bought it from Amazon, put it on the pipe, and it works. So I just kind of left it there. And I had forgotten about this pipe for quite some time, y'all. I had it put away, and I ran across it the other day, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to pull that thing out, and I've decided to smoke it today. And in the pipe, y'all, before I light it up, I have gotten a new blend. It's a new vapor, and it is called 5 O'Clock Shadow. That is from Cornell and Deal, of course. But let me read what's on the back of this thing here. And y'all, it's crazy because my even the church warden sits well in these little king pipe rests. The crown. It sits there. It's just fine here on the desk. I thought it would fall over or something, but it doesn't. But this vapor here, it's pressed cake. It says it has red Virginias, dark fired Kentucky, and of course Perique, making it a vapor. It's the right amount of kick to get you to your next destination, it says. I sat here looking at this blend, y'all, and I thought to myself, where do they come up with these names? Now, of course, there's some names, I suppose, that are very fitting. Um, Bayou Mornings, Old Joe Krantz, um, certain other names out there I'm sure come to mind. You can think of yourself. And you're thinking, yeah, those names fit. That works. Um, I don't quite know how Peterson decided to call one of their blends early morning pie. Maybe somebody woke up one early morning and thought, man, this blend sure tastes good and it's early morning. I think we'll call it early morning pie. I don't know, y'all. How do they come up with these blends? Same thing with like this blend right here, the 5 o'clock shadow. I'm thinking, how would you come up with a name like that? It's got Perique, dark fired Kentuckys, and red Virginias. Does not remind me of a 5 o'clock shadow at all. I mean, did you have two old boys sitting around, getting this blend together, and one thought, what are we going to call it? Another one looked over and said, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And then maybe he looked over at his buddy and says, boy, you need to shave. You got yourself a little 5 o'clock shadow going on there. And maybe the other guy looked at him and says, that's what we're going to call this blend, 5 o'clock shadow. Who knows, y'all? I mean, it's weird. Um, but hey, there you go. It works. It doesn't matter what they call it. It's what matters is what's inside. And I do like it so far, y'all. So far, this is the best vapor I have tried. I haven't tried many, but this is the best one. It's got a great tin note. Of course, the Virginias are coming out pretty strong in the tin. Um, and as you all know, I'm not too hot on Virginias. I wish the Perique was a little more pronounced, but it becomes more pronounced once you get about halfway through the bowl. And then you start tasting the Perique. Comes through real good. The dark fired Kentucky's not as strong. Virginia seems to be a very dominant leaf that seems to take over a blend very quickly. But they blended this one that way, and so far I'm okay with it. I have enjoyed smoking it. I don't know. I just show you, y'all. It's just a cake. Take a little piece off, rub it off, rub it. It crumbles real easy, just like a crumble cake. I also have another confession, y'all, before I light my pipe up. Um, a while back, one of my videos, I had told you all that I was not very fond of a blend that came very hyped up to me. Um, and that would have been on a bookshelf. On a bookshop. I keep wanting to say bookshelf. I don't know why. But so I did find out that as the blend ages or dries out, should I say that? Because I really didn't cellar it that long at all, maybe a month. But of course I had already opened it up, and so it had, even though you got the tops on these tins, your tobacco can start to slowly dry out unless you jar it up. And I gotta admit, y'all, I don't really jar up much. I got a couple over here that I've jarred up, but that's about it. Um, I actually kind of like my tobacco a little on the dry side, just because I guess I'm a little impatient when it comes to setting it out and letting it dry for 10, 15 minutes before you load up the pipe. So if it's kind of already that way, I'm okay with that. But I noticed after it sat for a while and I went back to it, I actually started to like it. I learned to like the blend, y'all. And I kind of liked it so much that, well, this little empty tin now gets filled up by the big tin. Yeah. So I got the big one, y'all, because, yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. So Um, once again, I keep learning lessons. If you don't like a blend, set it away, go back to it, try it again. Maybe it needs to dry out, maybe it needs to age for a little while. There's a lot of variables that can go into whether you like a blend or not. And then after you've given it, those opportunities, you can make a decision. Say, yeah, like it, or no, I don't. Um, but yeah, so I'm still learning, y'all. I'll probably learn for the rest of my life. Um, I'm always one that says you can't know everything, so be prepared to learn something. That's the way I am. Um, by the way, let me get this blend here lit up. Now I don't quite know how I feel about church wardens, y'all. I do like them. At least, well, I only have this one right here to from my experience. I know Greg, the tunnel take, he loves them. That's all pretty much all I've ever seen him smoke. But then some of you may like them. But one thing I keep finding myself doing is I like to clench my pipe. Um, when I'm working, even when I'm sitting here at my desk, so I can free up my hands to do something. And I catch myself clenching onto this thing and trying to do something, and it's very awkward. So, church warden, I suppose, not many people clinch them, um, and in freehand. Uh, I, don't- I would think not. So that's one thing I have to get used to if I pick this one up is not clinching it. Other than that, it smokes just fine, draws just fine. I currently have a filter in it, um, a 9 millimeter filter, and it works fine. Just good to go. But either way, I got a couple other things before we get into giving away that pipe wrap. Um, let me light this up again. She may go. Let's just do this. Yeah, didn't even have to light it back up. How about that? Good stuff. So that leads me into y'all see me using this one. New pipe tamper, y'all. And from time to time I ask y'all what do you think and if you have any opinions. And when I was first doing my first set of pipe tampers, um, I had asked, what do you think and what could I do? And Mr. Dennis Albers, looky here, sir. He had mentioned you could put a little um, stick in the middle to clean out your dottle, help you poke out, clean out when you're done. And so I'm sitting there on my lathe and I'm turning this thing, and I thought about that, and I said, well, since I'm just messing around with this orange piece right here, let's try it, see what happens. And so I did it. I turned this shank down into like a wedge, as you can see there. And I had some old upholstery needles. They're very large, very thick needles for when you're doing car upholstery or some very heavy upholstery, leather, heavy vinyls, whatever. And because I had thought to myself, well, what am I going to use as a poker? I can't just put a nail in there. I mean, well, of course I could have, but that just wouldn't be right. And I remembered I had these nice upholstery needles. So I took one, I cut it down, I blunt off the edge there because, of course, you don't want a sharp needle, poking in the bottom of your pipe. So I blunted out, and I drilled a hole and epoxied it in well, it's pretty much a press fit, but I used some epoxy just to make sure. Um, and then, of course, I drilled the length of this guy down. It's about this far. Well, as far as this. And it fits right in there real nice. And you just kind of wedge it in there and it stays just fine. Um, so I proved that I can do it. Mainly I wanted to prove that I could do it to myself. And there I did. So in the future, when I make pipe tampers, I may decide to do things like this and put the little dawdle out poker in there. Now, because Mr. Albers, Mr. Dennis, you were the only one that had the idea and sparked my attention about that. I would like to offer you this pipe tamper. If you want it, it is yours. You'll find my email down below. Send me an address. I will send it out to you, sir. I had fun making it, but now it's time to pass it on, and we'll make another one. So since you did give me that idea, I would like to give this to you, sir. If you would like it, let me know. Either way, all right. So one other thing, before we get into giving off that pipe wrap, I wanted to show you part of that pipe wrap. Because like I said, I was at a work stoppage. I can't do much until I can get the top side made. But I did make the pipe socks. Here they are. You basically have one of them little push buttons right here, and you just pull it up. And this stuff is elastic style stuff. It's actually the stuff you put on your backpacks, and you see them woven, and you can stuff stuff in them. So it's like a little bungee cord. That's what it is. It's like little bungees. And then of course we got the little you push this button right here, and then it slides. As soon as you let go of the button, it becomes tight, won't move. So those are nice little guys right there. And just to show you, in this pipe sock here, I do have my country gentleman put in here. Yeah, probably should have put it in the other way. But there you go. So country gentleman inside. Remember I told you inside there would be the deer skin? And it is. So deer skin there. So you just put your pipe in, and then you pull the sock. Boom, tight. Lay it in the bag. Take it with you, whatever. Or maybe you just decide to throw a bic and something else inside this little sock and take it with you. I don't know. That's your choice. Your choice. You'll have two of them in that pipe wrap. So all right, let's get on to that number generator. Well, first, okay, I'm skipping around here, y'all. I squirreled out. Let's get to the video that I did where I officially told everyone that, need to go ahead and put your name in the hat. We'll run through the names just real quickly, just so you can see. I went ahead and I refreshed the screen and made sure, I went over it twice to make sure everybody that had voiced that they wanted to be in it was in it. I wrote them all down. Let's go through. So I got 21 people so far, y'all. All written down here. And that would be in the comments right here. So Mr. Dennis Albers, Dustin Westfall came in, Stephen Roberts. Now I am kind of proud, y'all. I have a wife and husband team that have jumped in here, y'all. And now, nice of Mrs. Moon to jump in and help her husband out, Mr. Glenn Moon. But Mrs. Moon also says that she smokes as well. So that's awesome. A husband and wife team. Can you imagine, y'all? How nice would that be? Sit around the campfire, you and your wife just got a nice blend going on. That's got to be wonderful. That's awesome for y'all. But Miss Hope Moon, she's jumping in there, putting her name in the hat there. But she's going to be giving it to the Mister. per is what she says here. But that's all right. That's fine. Mr. Smarty Bop was in there. Keith Palmer, Herb Thompson, Frank Dananay. I hope so, sir. Mark Cox, Glenn Moon. There he is, Mr. Moon. Smoking Saeed, of course. And Mr. John S., Van Hatcher, Pipes of Old, Guilty Pleasures Piper, Phase 13 UK. Mr. Schleppy's coming back. There you go. He was our very first winner. Stephen Roberts. Okay, wait a minute. He just says, looks beautiful, brother. So, per the rules, you have to tell me that you want it. And maybe you all know the rules. You just didn't want it, but you wanted to say it looked good. I do appreciate the comment. Searchlight Piper comes in, says that he wants it. Ronnie Adams, Mushroom Leg. Okay, Stephen Roberts comes in again, says congrats. Zababeg Kennels, they're in there. Tunnel takes woohoo because he won a tamper that day. Lurker Troy says congrats. Mark Cox and the Trucking Piper. I like that name. Says he was sorry he missed out. Maybe next time. Now, I almost decided to put Mr. Trucking Piper in there because it sounded like he wanted in. But per the rules, you have to say that you wanted in. So you missed out. Maybe next time. I am sorry this time too, sir, if you wanted to, but you didn't say it. So, but to be fair to everybody else, I have to go by the rules. So that put us at 21, y'all. So we're going to go to the number generator now. And I got to put in 21 segments on this wheel. So just so you know, number 1 was Dennis Albers, as we've seen, and number 21 is the Zababeg Kennels, all the way down. And I have all the names written down here, right here, so we'll know here in just a moment. I need to get 21 of them in there, so enter. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. All right, so we have 21 people who said they wanted it, 21 on the wheel. Let's add these segments. There you go. All right, so we got 21. Let's make sure we do. Yeah, here's number 21 right there, and there's number 1. So there you go. All right. Well, I am excited to give this one away because as soon as I get the name, I can, you're going to email me and let me know what you want embroidered on top of this thing, whether it's your name or whether it's some special saying. It's up to you. And then, of course, what color you would like it done in, what color thread, black, green, orange, whatever you think might look good with camo. It's up to you. And then I'll do that up, and then I'll be able to progress because I don't know if I told you this, y'all. I have to put the flat piece of material on my machine to embroider, and that's why I couldn't put it together. So it has to stay flat. Once it's embroidered, then I can take and sew it all up and go from there. So that's why I haven't done that top section, because I need to embroider it, and I need your name or whatever you want to put on the front there. And then I can get this thing done up real good. Now, when I do get it done, the final product, I'll, of course, do another video and show it to y'all before I send it out to the winner. But I do need that winner to email me as soon as possible. You know what? That also brings up another question, y'all. Mr. Dave Saudi, are you out there, sir? He won the Blue Stars tamper, and I have it all packaged up, ready to go, but he never emailed me to get it. The other 2 winners, they, of course, I sent theirs out because they emailed me and said, yeah, here we go. So, Mr. Dave Saudi, if you're out there and you still want this tamper because you did win, sir, then please email me. If not, you know, if I don't hear anything back from Mr. Dave Saudi, let's give him another week by next Sunday. Then we'll just go ahead and spin the wheel to the original amount of people that we had, because I still have that list. And then we'll give it away, the Blue Star camper, to somebody on the list from the last video. Well, minus, of course, the winners that um, won last week. But anyways, y'all, all right. So number 1 through 21, we are here to give away that camo pipe wrap. Let's go ahead and click that and get that one. Whoa. All right, so that's number 12. Well, look at there. That would be Mr. John S. Mr. John S. Okay. I hope you know who you are. So let's go back to the main screen here. All right. So right here, Mr. number 12. So that would be Mr. John S. Okay, Mr. John S. Give me an email, sir, telling me what you would like on the top of this thing, and what color thread, all that good stuff. Sooner the better. That way I can get to work on it. So congratulations, Mr. John S. Do appreciate everyone for playing. If I had my way, y'all, I would make something for everybody, but I just don't have that time. This here is just a hobby, and it's real. I'm really busy. I work 8 hours a day, plus I come home, and I work on my little farm here, and feed the animals and gather the eggs and check on the garden, and come inside and do work here too. And then when I find extra time, a little bit of extra time, and I have the inspiration, I sit down and I play with, making a pipe stem, or making a tamper, or making a pipe wrap, which is what I've done here, and we've given away. So, but trust me, if I had time, I'd make something for everybody, but I don't. So this is a fair way to do it. Um, and I hope y'all understand. Someday when I retire, maybe I'll just go into, making a bunch of crafts and selling them, just to keep me busy in retirement. But right now, I'm a little ways off from retirement. I think I got about 7 more years before I can retire. So, um, but we'll see from time to time. I hope to do more here in the future, and continue to give them away, because I have fun making them, and I also have fun giving them away, also, y'all. So, anyways, let's recap. Mr. John S. has won the Camo Wrap, and Mr. Dennis Albers, remember about the tamper? You gave me that idea for the little poker. That is yours, sir, if you would like that. And then Mr. David Saudi, that was his name again. Dave Saudi? Was it Dave? Look back on the list again. Dave Saudi, yeah. All right, so Mr. Dave Saudi, if you're out there and you still want your tamper, it's all packaged up, ready to go, sir, give me an email. But I hope you all are having a good day. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day with your families. And like I said, take some time to remember those of our brothers and sisters who have fallen on this day, Memorial Day. Well, y'all, until next time, and take care of yourselves. Love your families. Take care of your families, y'all. Until then, we'll see you.